Thanks, Josh, man. I'm so grateful for you, man. You doing well?
Oh, we're doing good, man. Doing really good. So, doing awesome.
Good,
You can
good.
come in, Steve, for a second. It's my other guy. We're getting ready to do another podcast after you, but he came in as we were finishing up. But yeah, so
Awesome.
you're fine. We're done recording for the most part. This is a guy named Jeff Wells.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Steve.
I don't know. You want this way so you can see you.
This way a little further.
Yeah, the camera's
Steve
there.
Crowdis, how are you?
Good. How are you, Steve?
Good. So you're over in Paris?
Yes, sir. As we speak.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you doing a missions outreach there?
Yeah. So I'm part of a ministry called Beyond the Rings, and this is my 11th monthly ministry outreach.
Oh, that's awesome.
We
Wow.
penetrating to share the gospel of Jesus with people from all over the world.
I was going to say, you got a global audience there. That's wonderful. Praise God. That's the ultimate street witnessing.
Well, you know what? I tell my Christian brothers and sisters in Christ, let the ministry outreach is actually all in one place.
Yeah.
Because I'll run across from people that I had a family from St. Louis last week, and got shared the gospel with them, and I've shared with people today from Mongolia. So
Oh,
you
that's
just
wonderful.
never know.
Wow.
Everything in between. Yeah, true blessing.
Bring him on, Lord, right? Bring him on.
Yep, that's right.
Yes, sir. Who are you with, Steve? Where are you at?
Well, I'm a custom home builder by trade, but my heart is really in ministry. I've got a ministry platform. It's not a real big deal, but it's called Life Beyond the Summit, which is basically encouraging and charging men to consider, if the summit experience is knowing Jesus, what's beyond that? What's next? What's God calling you to? You know, it's funny. I've been to a couple of summits, nothing major, but mostly in scouting. But it's funny when you get to the top of a mountain, you just go, wow. And you look around, you see the heavens, you see the earth, you see the clouds, the sky, you see everything before you. And it does put you in that wonder mode. Wow, what is out there? And I'm like, so Lord, what are you speaking to men's hearts about what is next? Once they've accepted Jesus, do they want to stay safe in that relationship, or do they want to experience the joy of living at risk? And the risk is to live a life where we lay it down and we allow him to pick it up. No longer I who live, right, but Christ who lives in me. So,
you know this, brother. The more we do that, the more expensive and amazing and incredible life becomes.
oh, absolutely.
We live so short of grace, God's goodness and grace for us. Most of us spend our lives in the boat. And when we take that stuff out of it, it's amazing what God does, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, look at, I think I said this last time, but it bears repeating. And of course, you're going to hear it not for the first time. I'm sure you've heard it before, but Henry David Thoreau, who is a atheist, or was, I don't even know if he's still living. I guess he's probably gone. But he said, most men live a life of quiet desperation. And man, if that's observable by a person that's not of the faith, then it's just true for all of us. And how do we get outside of that bubble? How do we live a life that's fulfilled and that's just full of Jesus? Really, that's what it amounts to. And that's not a safe life. That's a risk-taking life.
No.
You're taking risk right now,
Let's say I'm in Paris, France, away from my family for 20 days total.
Yeah.
I got a 14-year-old who's desperately connected to her daddy, and I'm missing her greatly, and she's missing me tremendously. It's a sacrifice. But it's a sacrifice worth making, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity in Paris to share the gospel with the world.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it doesn't come with cost. It comes with cost.
That's exactly
But
right.
it's worth and my daughter has seen, this is a daughter we adopted from China after I was in Beijing in 08. And I have a 24-year-old daughter too. My youngest one's 14. They both have seen Dad loves us deeply, but if the Olympics are happening, he's going to be there telling people all over the world about Jesus. And, I don't know the better legacy I could ever manage. It won't be a portfolio or a bank account, but it'll be a legacy about taking the gospel of Jesus to the world. And I can't think of that.
Absolutely. You know what's really cool about what you're saying? The three of us and many others are willing to encourage people to invest in what is permanent rather than what is temporal. And not only permanent, but eternal. I mean, it's like, wow, the difference between an internal investment and a temporal investment. The temporal investment may be getting 80 or 90 years worth,
Right. Well, even that, I mean, we celebrate. I love being in the Olympics. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I love the atmosphere. I love the competition. I love the cultures coming together. But you know what? Even for the gold medal Olympian, there is a what's next.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
talk about summits.
Yeah, that's a
The
summit.
level is, it is a summit, but now what? What's next?
Oh,
And
you know
that's why
what?
we talk about
Gosh, if I
keeping
can
our
interrupt you,
roots.
I'll just say this because we all three know this. It's really true. You can read stories about Olympians who, once they had achieved it, they lived their whole life for that goal, and now
Yep.
they're like, "Is that all there is?" Once they get it, it's this huge downside. It's like
Yes.
what would you call it? It's like after the euphoria, you step down to the
Right.
reality of what life is like. For 90% of the rest of their life will be mundane, you know. And so, wow, there's got to be something more.
And for the businessman, he sees it as getting a corner office or getting a dollar amount in yearly income.
Oh yeah.
For for the materialistic person, it's the next gadget or the next rave. All of us have those summits we're convinced will give us ultimate satisfaction.
Yeah.
And as good as they are, and most of them are good, they come well short of greatly true
right.
satisfaction.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, listen, I'm going to run. It's good talking with you, brother.
Great
Josh, thank you for
talking
letting
to
me
you
spend
as
a
well.
few minutes with him. And we'll talk at you soon, okay? Guys,
Amen.
Got it,
bless you.
Jeff.
See ya. Take
God
care.
bless.
Nice to meet
Bye-bye.
you. Bye bye.
You're safe.